Good morning, Horizon family. My name is Susan, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend just a couple of minutes with you this morning, or whenever you have the opportunity to watch this. The scripture that I've chosen to share is from Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. It is a story we might be familiar with, and it's definitely appropriate for us in this season of Advent as we are of the arrival of Jesus. So here it is, Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me." Jesus' response is this: "Martha, Martha, you're worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." So just to set the scene, Jesus is making his way to Jerusalem. Winter is on its way, and it will be the last winter for Jesus before he dies. He stops in the village of Bethany and is welcomed into the home of Martha and Mary. Martha is the older sister. She is eager to serve, preparing food and making sure that everything is just right for her special guest. Meanwhile, we find Mary at Jesus' feet. She's probably washed his feet, as was custom to do when you welcomed a guest in your home. The thing, though, is that Mary chooses to stay at the feet of Jesus. We see that she does this two other times in Scripture as well. Her posture is one of humbleness, reverence, and shows a teachable spirit. So we see the contrast in both their physical posture, but also in the posture of their hearts. Martha can't help herself, and she becomes bitter about being the one carrying all the burden of the preparations. Martha then brings this frustration to Jesus, and Jesus' response to Martha is tender and affectionate, but also plaintive. He says, "Martha, Martha, you're worried about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her." Jesus speaks this to Martha, and he also speaks it over us. The one thing, time with Jesus, being present to him, sitting at his feet, listening to his words, being still and quieting ourselves in the midst of the busy is what is better and cannot be taken away from us. Mary chooses wisely, and Jesus recognizes it. It isn't all about the preparations and the meal in this season. It's about the moments spent with Jesus, especially in this season of Advent as we await his arrival. So my encouragement, both to myself and to you, is to ask the Lord to help us to choose the one thing today and in the coming days ahead. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.